The Union of Mongolian Architects, UMA for short, is a non-governmental organization formed on voluntary basis by national architects and urban development specialists that carries a high mission of serving interests of the profession as well as the society. The union adheres to the principles of democracy, self-governance, and effectiveness. The UMA, founded by chartered members architects B. Chimit and B. Dembinyam as a division of the Union of Mongolian Artists in 1956, composed originally of 31 members united voluntarily for the purpose of synergizing and consolidating initiatives and efforts of individual art architects and providing a platform for their effective coordination and cooperation. Synergy was and still is the ultimate vision as well as practical objective of the Union. The UMA's presence on the international stage was dynamic from its very inception. Membership's Union of International Architects 1963, participation of the 7th Congress of UIA in Republic of Cuba and followed assembly in Mexico City. Architects Regional Council Asia in 1991, participation of 12th Council Meeting of Arcasia in Beijing, China. Furthermore, the UMA female architects participated since 1991 in the Union of International Female Architects. The current president of UMA is architect E. Hurluatr and vice president D. Bat. There are 4 categories of membership, namely honorary president, honorary advisor, member, and foreign member, all of whom have voting rights. The current membership strength of the institute is as follows: honorary presidents 8, honorary advisors 4, members 650, foreign members 5. Funds of the UMA are raised from the following sources: admission fees and annual subscription of the members, fundraising activities of working out architectural projects with architecture, sponsors for specific events, and sales of publication. There are 5 chapters of UMA: Darkhol Provincial Center, Orkhon, Ofs, Bayanulgi, and Dornod Amak. The UMA National Convention regularity has been recently updated. Annual conventions will now be every 4 years, during which board members and office bearers will be selected. Sub-conferences are also held at least twice a year at a national level. The registration body is Commission of Architects Mongolia. Certain procedural requirements need to be met, such as qualification requirements, minimum 5-year working experience, passing of professional practice examination criteria. The architects registration system in Mongolia has been put into practice, and those who graduated from accredited school of architecture can take part in the examination for registration. By passing the examination, candidate is qualified for registration. After the registration, the architect holds the title of professional architect. The license is issued from the National Center for Construction, Urban Development, and Public Utilities. The UMA has forged ties with a multitude of international partners and regionally significant institutions such as the Architectural Society of China, Japan Institute of Architects, Korea Institute of Registered Architects, the Union of Architects of Russia, Union of Swiss Civil Engineers and Architects, Architectural Body of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, partnering primarily with counterparts in countries which Mongolia has long-running diplomatic ties. The current operations of UMA, outlined below, are guided by recommendations contained in Standard of Architectural Guideline issued by the Union of International Architects. Provision of continued education of architects through sustained training, qualification, and accreditation, focus being on the professional development and strengthening of capacity. Support of operations of the Professional Council of Architects, contribution to optimization of urban planning, extension of essential advisory services to practicing professionals, organizations, and relevant public administrations. Holding of professional consultations, organizations of exhibitions and conferences, promotion and awareness raising of works by architects for greater understanding of the discipline by wider society. Protection, restoration, and maintenance of historic buildings and structures in Mongolia. Initiation of specific activities related to conservation and protection of historical and cultural heritages, development and implementation of specific projects. Cooperation with international counterparts such as Japanese, Democratic People's Republic of Korea, South Korea, Chinese, and Russian institutions and Association of European Union of Architects. On March 8th, the International Women's Rights Promotion Day, exposition successfully organized, followed by an exposition in June showcasing diploma works by graduating architects. In conjunction with Japanese colleagues, scientific conferences were organized under the themes of modern hospital building design and protection and restoration of historic buildings. D. Tsivilma, representing the community of Mongolian architects, participated in celebratory events dedicated to 250-year anniversary of Moscow Architectural University, alumni of which are many of Mongolian architects. In cooperation with the Urban Planning Department of Nara City of Japan, representatives of UMA had an opportunity to learn from architectural heritage, rehabilitation best practices, and Japanese experience. UMA acted as client commissioner for extension of school building in Altınboluksum of Tuamek and construction of infrastructure-connected hygiene facilities through physical and financial engagement of DPRK Union of Architects. UMA sent its member architects to training of young international architects that took place in Guangzhou, China. Architectural awards received by members. 2 architects bestowed with the highest title of Honored Architect. 4 architects awarded the government's highest medals. 2 architects awarded with UMA's special recognition. Prize for Young Architects institutionalized. President of Union of International Female Architects became the first foreigner granted with UMA's special recognition. Key issues facing the profession and architects. Sustained requirement to build capacity of professionals, especially in the area of green and sustainable architecture. Persistent requirement to sustain the pace of international involvement that was achieved through participation in past international symposiums and seminars. Persistent requirement to sustain the pace of international involvement that was achieved through participation in past international symposiums and seminars. Identification of optimal solutions to a wide range of planning issues, such as delineation of historical architecture zones in provincial centers and cities. Resources of the Union. The UMA maintains a full calendar of events ranging from professional development seminars, UMA annual awards, competitions, workshops, exhibitions to outreach programs at all levels of the society. Plans for the future. In December 2018, the next annual UMA General Assembly, the 15th Congress, will be organized. In October 2018, events dedicated to 100th year birthday anniversary of one of veteran architect B. Chimid will be organized featuring an expo and scientific conference.